So, NASA has taken a big decision to bring down the ISS in 2030 after 32 years of service. And it's important to look at how they're doing it. There are four ways they can perform the operation. Number 1. Propel the ISS into a higher orbit so it can orbit the Earth for longer and stay in service. The problem is that in space, most of the flying debris from broken satellites orbits just above the ISS. So, by boosting it into a higher orbit, it's much more likely that the ISS will get hit by a small flying debris. Also, the spacecrafts that are meant to service the ISS aren't meant to fly that high. This brings us to option number 2. Disassemble the ISS in space and bring it down to Earth and put it in the Great ISS Museum. This plan sounds incredible. I mean, you could charge people to see actual parts of a station that was in space for over 3 decades. But there's always a but. It was very expensive and it took a couple hundred astronauts to fly in space to assemble it. Doing all that in reverse is very costly and takes a lot of effort. Additionally, the only spacecraft that could carry it is retired. Option number 3. Let gravity do what it's supposed to do. To maintain the ISS in orbit up until now, we have used a certain technique of maneuvering it into higher orbit using boosters. So, what if we slowly reduce the amount of up boosters and let it descend into lower and lower orbit until it eventually crash lands onto Earth? Well, that is just as bad of an idea as it sounds. Don't even get me started on the geopolitics behind this. Like, what if it lands in the middle of a big city, killing so many people? Option number 4. Spoiler alert, this is the option that we have chosen. So, remember option number 3? Well, there's a slight change. Instead of letting gravity do all the work, we're gonna let gravity do some of the work. We let gravity bring it down into lower orbit and then we send SpaceX deorbit spacecraft to bring it down into a fully controlled crash onto the farthest point from human civilization on Earth, Point Nemo, which, if you didn't know already, is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.